That's a mass suggestion. I can take care of things if that's what we need to do.
Yeah, that's good to do at the Waterdeep, yeah.
And expeditions.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wish you luck, my friends. And he...
I'll save that speech for later.
No, please. Tell me, but he says, I wish you luck. That's all I can say.
Do you think it would be wise for us to return Trump to an inn?
I would not suggest that. I would not try to hide anything from the council.
No, simply tell him that he's been incapacitated temporarily, and it may not do well to bring him.
That is
Let
unlike
them
Trump.
see that.
Lord Neverember, well, I'm sorry, this is one thing that I will tell you. Since your departure to the Sea of Moving Ice, Lord Neverember has been replaced. He is no longer head of the council. The new leader that has been voted in by not only the council but the masked lords of Waterdeep is Lady Silverhand. So she is now in charge of this operation. But Lord Daggalt Neverember does sit to her right-hand side. So he does still play a role in this, but he is not running the operations anymore. So that is one of the changes that has occurred since your departure. But you need to be upfront with Lady Silverhand. You need to tell her what happened. And I'm sure, with your first impressions of the council last time, you had gained some allies, and he breaks out a scroll, and he starts to unwind it from a scroll tube. And he basically tells you that the Order of the Gauntlet, you are in the favor of the Order of the Gauntlet. You're in the favor of Lady Silverhand. You are in the favor of Braun Anvil. You're also in the favor of King Malandrock of the Misty Forest. You're also in favor of Ulder Ravengard, which Ravengard is basically the captain of the army of Baldur's Gate. You are also in favor of Hornblade, Tesser Hornblade, and he is a delegate of the Silvery Moon, and he runs the army of Silver Moon, I'm sorry. And also you're in strong favor of Sir Estival of Daggerford. And he is an old purple knight and ex-adventurer, so that is probably why that he has a soft spot for you. Now, you are not in the favor of the Emerald Enclave, and you are not in the favor of Daggalt Neverember. Daggalt Neverember just was not impressed with last time. He wanted the castle destroyed, and he was very vocal about that when you had left. So that is the status of the council upon you. They're mostly in your favor, but you will be asked the same questions as you were last time. And Vay, did you have something to say? And I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's irrelevant right now.
No, please. I want to hear it.
May come up again.
Okay. So he opens up the door, and you can hear as he opens up the door, you can start to hear the talking and yelling and banging of clubs and stuff on the table, trying to get order in the council, and all eyes are on you as you walk into the second intervening of the Council of Waterdeep.
So while all eyes are on us,
Here we go.
I'm going to reach in and whisper to both Widow and Bay, "That is why I'm dressed so great." And I'll give him a wink. Ding!
I roll.
As the crickets happen. No, I'm just kidding.
My face remains emotionless.
Alright. So you're ushered in, and you're also ushered to your seats at the very large table that takes up a large portion of this room. And you can see several things. You can see that Lord Neverember is no longer at the head of the table. In the chair of leadership, it is now Lady Silverhand is now in this chair. And just like Leosin had said, Lord Neverember is to the right of her, so he is still has a lot of sway and authority in the council. But Lady Silverhand does have the final say on everything. You can also notice that there's several other new faces in the council this time. There are actually almost a half dozen new faces, and as you're brought in or whisked in, you're introduced to Ambassador Bronanville, and he is the ex-king of the Mithril Hall, and he is and he says, very glad that you had captured Vadim the White. It is good to know that he was questioned and not killed. We have gotten some great information from him, but to all avail, it's still a little tricky, as if the cult could possibly try to break him out of here. You're also introduced to a Marshal Ravengard, as what Leosin had mentioned. He is the leader of the Flaming Fist, and they are the military of Baldur's Gate. And he tells you, if all goes well, I will back you 100% with my army when it comes time to face Tiamat. Then you're introduced to a very, very, very noble dwarf, King Melendrock, and he is the king of the Misty Forest. And I'm sorry, King Melendrock is not a dwarf. I'm sorry, King Melendrock is an elf. Big difference there. Sorry, all you dwarf and elf fanatics out there. That was my bad.
I'll go ahead and give him a dwarven or an elven bow. Lazar!
He just kind of looks at you and gives you an eyebrow like that. He kind of goes.
I'll give him one of these winks.
Lord.
You're also.
I'll greet him in Dwarvish.
He's an elf.
I love it. The stern Vey greets him in Dwarvish. You're also reintroduced to Sir Estival, and he shakes your hand very proudly, and he goes, yes, fellow adventurers. It is good to have powerful allies such as yourselves. You're always welcome to the town of Daggerford if you ever need places to stay. You're also introduced to a fellow member of the Emerald Enclave, and I don't believe any of you are below? You don't belong to the Emerald Enclave. I know Vey,
Nope.
you're part of the Harpers. Shrump was the Lord's Alliance. And, yeah.
Tiberius is not aligned.
No, he is not. So
Exactly.
you were introduced to another elf, and this elf is from the Misty Forest, and his name is Dalon Winterhound, and he is actually part of the Emerald Enclave and a servant of the king himself, King Melendrock.
And is Delon? So nice to meet you, Delon. So I'm curious. Dave, you didn't tell us Delon what his alignment is, but I know that his king is aligned with us, but the Emerald Enclave is not aligned with us. So what's up with Delon?
Delon is part of the Misty Forest. I mean, that is where Delon lives, and there's nothing up with him as in why is he, he is with the king. He just belongs to the Emerald Enclave. That's
okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'm just strange because I was I'm making a list, right?
Yeah.
And Misty or Vey or Widow, this is the list that you should be making. But I'm making a list, and I'm putting not favor and in favor. And this guy was hard because he's in the Emerald Enclave, which don't like us, but he works for the king, which does. So I'll move him up to the pro side.
Well, as you're introduced to King Melondrock, he says, I can't wait to hear the story of you beating Rathator. Oh, no, he doesn't say it like that because he's not a goddamn dwarf. But he does say, blessings, my friends, and I cannot wait to hear the story of your valiant, triumphant victory over Rathator the dragon in the Sea of Moving Ice. I am most certainly looking forward to that story.
It's going to be quite a story.
It is, but we'll say it in Elvish, right? Everybody speaks Elvish.
I think
so. You might want to
does,
say,
except for
hey,
Shrunk.
Everybody, it is a wonderful story, and one that is still in progress. There's a lot of ways to defeat a dragon. We're almost finished with this one way.
So everybody, shakes your hand, and Mrs. Lady Silverhand, she introduces herself as the new leader of the council, but she does pay a lot of respect, and a lot of, she pays homage to Lord Neverember, and she says, if it's not broke, we will not fix a thing. So may the second council of Waterdeep intervene. So everyone sits down. All right? So the first matter of business she calls is the Order of Old Business. And she looks towards the three of you, and she looks towards Shrump that's kind of back off a little bit in the wheelbarrow. And she says, what has happened with one of the captains of the guard here of Waterdeep? What is the matter with Mr. Ladong?
He's been temporarily weakened in our battles, but is recovering.
And how was he? Was he wounded in battle with Rathator the dragon? Is this by magic? Is this by curse?
It is afterwards by a curse.
Afterwards by a curse. Well, is there some kind of counter that we can perform to help his and aid his journey back to health? Because we need Shrump immediately.
Oh, really?
Yes, there are pressing matters that we will discuss in a little bit.
We've already taken care of everything that we can for him. Unfortunately, he just needs rest.
Yeah,
as his doctor.
Yes, Tiberius. You
I was just gonna say
an acolyte of the church. Yes.
Magic is great. Praying to one's god, an excellent way to rejuvenate the soul. But sometimes one just needs to rest.
With this, and old Sir Estival, he gets a little uptight and he says, "Has the half-orc been planting himself in the Orcish Tavern down the road again? He seems that he quite oftenly would miss shifts and whatnot, and miss an incursion with Daggerford one time because he was in a drunken stupidness. Is this the effects of him being drunk?"
No, this is the
tell
effects.
you. But
Yeah.
Not at all.
I've explained exactly his problem.
So, Lady Silverhand, she looks at all of you and says, "What of your journey south to find Varum the White? What happened down there? We want to hear your version of the story. Was it a success? Was it not a success? Please, enlighten the council." And she says, "The floor is yours."
When we went to seek out Verum the White.
Yes.
Alright. I guess since you're taking over now, you want a new update on our previous journeys.
Yes, I do.
Well, we found Verum the White. He was being held by the... what were the Yonti.
Yanti.
He was attempting a ritual at the Fountain of Seeing, and he was not able to complete it. They had captured him there, and were holding him. We suspect that he has also been given potions or other means to cloud his memory of what has happened. And so we were not able to discern where the mask was, except for maybe that he didn't have it on him. So we brought him back here, alive, so that he could be questioned.
She nods and she says that is the same information that we have divulged from Verum himself. We have rigorously been questioning him since you had departed to the Sea of the North. So we were unable to find out where the white dragon mask is. He did also mention the Yonti. So what about the Sea of Moving Ice? What had happened to the north? Did you find Makoth? Did you find any of the information? Did you find the Drakenhorn? Did you find a Rothator? And did you kill a Rothator or drive him from his lair? The Sea of the Moving North was a very, very, very important mission and undertaking for the Council. Please tell us how it went. And it seems that you're back quite a bit early. We weren't expecting you for probably about another week or so. So very nice job on getting the job done early and back. It has now set other plans into motion ahead of schedule.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. It could not have taken longer, as we immediately found Rothator and Makoth. We did find out indeed that she is not in control of the White Mask, and she is not controlling Rothator, but the other way around. Rothator has her imprisoned there, and is keeping her safe.
Keeping a prisoner safe, and why is this Rothator keeping Makoth the Crimson, one of the most honorable wizards of Luskan and the Arcane Brotherhood, which we do need, by the way, as allies if we want to make any real headway against this cult? Why is this happening?
Her prisoner because he desired her knowledge, and has kept her safe there from other people and who sought to destroy what he had. Spoils of
pillaging from the dragon?
Indeed, another spoils.
And what about this treasure? All of this treasure was collected when the dragon was slain and or driven from its lair, and now Makoth is back in Luskan. When will she be joining us here on the council at Waterdeep?
Very soon, actually. But there's some other information you might want to know. Rothator has obtained even more treasure from the Order of the what are they? Not the Red Hand.
What, the Cult of the Dragon?
Yeah, Cult of the Dragon. Mm-hmm. They came bearing many gifts in exchange for the Drakhorn, which they now have possession of.
So the horn is no longer on the Sea of Moving Ice. And how long ago was the Cult of the Dragon making deals with Rothator? And has Rothator allied with this Cult of the Dragon?
We don't believe there is a permanent ally, but a one-time exchange. However, it is my belief that Rothator does have more interest in it because he did indeed give over the Drakhorn for just some treasure. I think that he would not do that if he didn't know the true purpose of the use for this Drakhorn.
So it was not a Rothator or Makoth that was sounding the horn within the last several weeks. That is quite disturbing to know that the Cult of the Dragon actually have the Drakenhorn.
Indeed.
That is most unfortunate. So what else of this? Where is Makoth now? And where is all of the spoils of war? Has it been delivered to Luskan? And when will when will Makoth be joining us here? Is there any times that we really need to know these times? We will send Griffin Riders to pick her up.
Okay. Well, the times are yet to be determined, however, because while we were there, we were not in a position to safely remove her from the possession of Rathatar.
You hear a couple.
However, he still keeps her safe.
So you're telling the council that your mission was to get Makoth back, but she is still in the hands of her captor, Arathator. And why is this?
Indeed, that was part of our mission. However, we did succeed at finding out much more information and securing her so that she is safe. However, we have failed to bring her back, as you've pointed out.
And why did this failure happen?
We experienced a tragic ploy on our lives right before the final part of the task.
And please, go on.
Well, we were presented by a well-known friend a gift. And this gift, we believed, would help us once we confronted Arathatar. We revealed this gift to ourselves prior to an engagement with him, and it was a deck of many things. If you're not familiar with that, that is a tricky sort of item.
Yes, the Paladin Estival, he says, a deck of many things? It is foolish to use the deck of many things. And let me guess, one of you pulled a card from the deck. And it was probably Shrump. As you can tell in his state. What did happen?
No, Shrump pulled...
Actually, Shrump saved the group, and that's why he is in the position that he is in now. So I would not want to put any words towards him, as he especially cannot speak for himself at this moment.
Obviously, Tiberius, what were you going to say? You were saying Shrump pulled something.
I just had a sneeze. I'm okay now. Had to sneeze. Sorry.
That's me butting in, sorry.
That is pretty good. So, Lady Silverhand, she is quite concerned. She was expecting, Makoth to
Hey, we were
really
expecting
join.
Makoth.
Yeah, she is definitely disappointed. Now she has to take resources and try to go and get Makoth. She just doesn't...
I think we can still go. We can still go back and get her.
There's no time for that, my friends. There are other pressing matters that have already been put into motion.
I think we're... Wow, that's not good.
No, it's not good that this unfortunate thing had happened. We should have probably been notified earlier before plans had been set into motion.
Well, I would like to say, my lady, that I am certainly someone who can appreciate results, and it is not something that I'm accustomed to not present them to you. But
obviously, you've been presented to us by Leosin and Onthar. They have spoken very highly of you. I mean, do we need to replace you?
No,
is this going to happen in the future? Absolutely
not. The problem is that normally we would not have risked such a thing. However, the person that gave us the gift has been a long-time ally, and has aided us in occasions in the past. So we mistakenly assumed that he could be trusted, and we, without realizing completely the error of our ways, going in preparation to go up against a dragon, decided to take a chance, and it was a poor judgment.
It's most
certainly
certainly
one that
was.
I will not be repeating. However, we have produced for this council in the past, and we are committed to continuing to do so.
Well, I will And it is noted that you have helped the council not only with the first session, but Leoson and Arnthar, you had helped him for months before that. So I am...
May I also remind the council that
Yes.
that Macath is safe and is ready to be picked up, if not by us, by someone else.
Will it be safe
She
to
very
send the
much
Griffin
wants to
Riders?
And you may want to send warriors.
She
Or some
stands
type of
up
subterfuge.
and she asks the party to step out of the council's chambers for several minutes. There needs to be some discussion with the members of the council.
Okay.
All right, so just to kind of...
I want to step out, but I want to tell Whitio and Vay something though.
Sure. So you
Hey,
guys step
I don't know.
outside and they're
Yeah.
reconvening inside. So you guys are now outside. What are you guys talking about?
I
What
was
are you
just
guys
going to say
doing?
to these guys, I don't understand why the. I mean, I don't report to the council. I mean, they're not my masters. We're doing this to help them, and if they want to get 4 more people to go out and get them, I say go for it. Good luck.
Well, some of us have a reputation to uphold, and I have a reputation of getting
well, I mean,
the job done.
I have a good reputation, but your reputation, I don't know.
Well,
Listen, Tiberius, you may be replaceable, but I'm not. I insist to be on this council, and I insist to be at every point of the path that we take.
Well,
And
it's
do not
obvious.
ruin it for me.
It's obvious that they want to send somebody else. They're gonna send a whole other group back to this.
Well,
Earl.
Tiberius. Okay, there you go. Tiberius is back. Kind of froze
I'm
up there.
sorry.
Sorry, Tiberius.
Yeah, brain freeze.
Yeah, so I just think that what we need to do is we should go back and go after this dragon. We
would
owe
like
it.
nothing better. I feel like it's a job that we have left undone.
Exactly. So why would we listen to the council when they're like, "Oh, go and do this thing for us"? I think we need to convince them that we need to go back.
There are
We
other
can get there
tasks
fast.
that they will find will be more important for us than
Because
retrieving some
they
mage.
thought that we were going to just randomly be successful, and they started things in motion
Right,
before actually
Mikey.
checking with us.
Nice one,
That's
Mikey.
probably not a good move on their part.
Because they probably thought that everything was taken care of. You know what I mean?
Clearly,
Yeah.
Tiberius, I would think someone of your noble birth would understand how these type of situations work, but clearly you
It's
do
all
not.
Yeah,
politics. Yeah, it
the-
is all politics.
Yeah,
Let me
the
tell
s-
you right now.
The safety of the world of Tyrell is in your hands, basically. So things are set into motion. Things work like clockwork. You know what I mean? Everything is working like clockwork for this council. And you have to admit, I mean, seriously, speaking out of character, that did throw a wrench into everything last
Well,
Oh, absolutely.
week.
well,
You
you
have
know-
to admit, I didn't expect you guys to
I
pull
think it's funny how Dave
12
rushed to the
cards.
defense of the NPCs.
Exactly.
No, I'm
What a
not.
surprise.
No,
He's
I'm
the
not.
voice
Yeah.
of the NPCs.
I
I was gonna say,
agree.
don't even tell them that we're
I
back.
agree. We fucked up. I mean, our characters fucked
I
up.
think you did too. Now I
off,
think
Tiberius.
I fucked up by
Oh,
giving
sorry.
you the deck. So.
No,
I
but
was
listen-
going to give you the book. Well, I'm sorry. I was going to give you the deck of many things. I was going to give you a book of exalted deeds, and I was going to give you the book of evil. But thank goodness that I didn't do that. Oh my God.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
A good thing that the deck of many things is in good hands.
Well, Vay feels better than she's ever felt, so I'm okay with what's happened.
Yeah, me too. I don't have a problem with the deck of
I
many things.
like the new Vay. The old one was kind of stale.
Wow.
We only need to convince the council
I feel
that
like we could
are
be running
still
buddies.
the perfect choice. Well, we are the only choice for the task.
Well, exactly. That's
There
kind
are
of my
no
point.
there are no heroes greater than all of the land.
Hey, listen. By my count, there's just the Emerald Enclave and Dagger Nut Never Ember are the only 2 people that just want us to go. Everybody else is
Never
for us.
Ember is he's for Daggalt Never Ember. He's kind of
He's against us.
He's not against you. He was just disappointed that you didn't destroy the castle. That's what but he bitched about it, like Leeson said, and things go on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we don't have a. I mean, I think pretty much everybody still backs us.